I've heard so many stories.
Right?
The kiss teeth and the side eye and all of these things.
Turn off light for you.
Lock off all water. There are kids of people that lock off water. I'm like, what?
Right? Oh, you should come stay with me, man. You know, but you know what the problem is, my brother? Because here what? And again, people don't talk, right? When you get here, they expect that you hustle and find a job and help them to pay them bills and pay what they need to pay, right? And if you sit down in your house, exactly, you're sitting at their house too long, you now become an additional mouth they have to feed. You now become a burden. So this is why they must show you all kind of bad face. Because you are now a burden. One more mouth for them to feed. That's why when they come home and they see you, then kiss them teeth, then start grumble, then start bang this, bang that, dash this, dash that. You're sitting there, you can't find them because then dash away. Them mad people, them pick all type of fight with you because they want an excuse to throw you out the door. Because you are now a burden. You're a burden. Pretty much. Because if you live from hand to mouth and somebody coming here, listen, you even have people who they not live from hand to mouth, where you tell them they live a little bit, you know, them might make it. They still don't want you in their house because you are a burden. They need you to leave as soon as possible. And they mean tomorrow when they say soon as possible. I'm telling you. They're not, and that's the thing I feel like a lot of people don't get. Like when the amount of bill them a pile up. If you think you're a bill at Jamaica, you know, may I tell you the truth, you know, if you feel stay, you have bills at Jamaica. Come a foreign.
But wait, you know, remember say,
please.
Some people, some places where you live, you need gas, you need to pay heat.
Hey.
Some other utilities are like, say you can't choose not to have. You have to have.
You have to have.
It's literally life and death. Like some places you have to pay for heat. It's literally life or death. It's like when winter come, you go dead.
Sure.
You go need the heat. So it is a tax. You have to pay this bill. And like say Jamaica boy around the water, you can't go down power if they're close to a river or a standpipe or a public tank, you can't get some water. Or a spring or some shit. No. Some place you live, there's none of that.
Not at all. There's none of that. None of that. I mean, he's right. And then when we talk about the tax trap, now we talk about the people them who come a foreign and then them feel like so they don't have to pay Uncle Sam then taxes.
RFP say you can be late for certain bills. Or certain things. Because Jamaica you can go 3 months and before they cut off your light or your water or something.
Trust me. Listen, I know somebody who then owe tax. I swear. You know, say if you go, let me tell you. Come close to it, let me tell you. May I tell you viewer, let me tell you what happened. You see, if you're there foreign and you owe taxes and you're not a US citizen, you see when you go for file your citizenship, guess what them are gonna do?
Deny you. Pay with them some money.
You owe money. So nobody fee say you can't come a foreign and not pay the people them in taxes.
But wait enough. We can give an example. Because when I work at the call center, when I used to service student loans.
Right? No, talk about it, my brother.
Wait enough.
Tell the people them.
Call me one time on the phone. Just get married, you know, ready to start life, you know.
All right.
Go and buy a house. And I call and say, oh, I didn't know I had this student loan and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, well, yeah, according to this, you know, Ray. And it's been in default for 2 years, whatever the time frame. You know, someone start ball on the phone. I say, oh, me is wicked. Can be a prevent her from getting her house. Because now she's married and it's her credit score that is preventing them from getting the house and then dreams. And I'm like, I'm like, lady.
How?
Let me take people money and not pay them.
And not pay them back.
You say this was a joke thing? And you think, you think I run it down, you think me tell you something. They're not running it down. They're going to wait.
Because the system, it goes back to why man said the system is designed.
Yeah, I know. Let me show you. Probably ain't changing now. I'm talking old knowledge, but it might be still relevant at 2020. How this system is set up before. A bank would loan you the money and the state would guarantee that money. If you would default on the loan of the bank go to the state and say,
give me my money.
Client A will lend him XY based on your guarantor thing. In a pay with.
Student
we want you to know pay us what is owed and the debt is now yours.
I know you owe Uncle Sam.
Yes, depending on which state today. Some state wicked. Then deal with the people. Yo, people come on the phone and ball, man. Cause when the state ready to clamp down, garnish wages, all kind of crazy.
What?
Yo, the state them not think California want to stay like that at the time. They no collect their money.
Then garnish your wages.
These are 2, 3, 4 years you're loaning at the father and pay whatever bank Sally me with Fargo, whatever.
But I feel saying
when
you
can't get that loan there.
Hey, no, but I feel you can't skip state neither, I know. Oh, I'm in
California.
California.
Make a difference.
So California.
Listen, let me finish the point.
Nope.
One woman called me from Australia.
Yep.
Because our business are foreign in a United States at the time and mash up to our student loan. We find out how we can fix it, how we can pay for Australia. So now, if you say left the country, if you're planning to come back to America, it's still a wait for you. And then I ramp you.
Listen, you see, even if you're there and you file bankruptcy, you can't put every other debt. Me know,
like
you can't put every other debt in a bankruptcy.
It's suspended. That I think you know, it is suspended, not forgiven. So if 10 years from now you come back on foot, they can come back and say, remember, say, oh, 20,000.
Yep. And listen, you know, the average people understand. All right, me do
student loan.
Me do 1 year. Listen, 1 year of graduate college. Here's the trap with student loan. Then we tell us, say, oh, you qualify for $20,000. But in truth and in fact, you know, for your school something, you know, you only need maybe 10. So what enough people do, you know, just take it 10 what they need, then take the whole 20. So now, and that's also part of the fakery where you can go floss and act like you have money.
Back to point number 2, the keeping up with the Joneses.
Exactly. Because one heap of people then get their student loan and then take more than what they need. And a lot of people use that to pay rent, light, eat, floss, buy house, buy car. But you still owe that money. So by the time, you know, you're finished with school, and the only way you don't pay it back is unless you continually stay in school. So you defer it and put it off because you're continually in school. So by the time you do 4 year, you literally now owe almost are over. I may have people who used to go college with undergrad 4 year. And then people there who are almost $200,000.
Yes, I've seen accounts like that. I remember seeing accounts like that.
How much you can buy with $200,000? Something part of America?
Yeah.
$200,000 you owe just for gas school fee 4 year. I'm telling you.
They gonna collect that money. Trust and believe.
Trust me. Some people are 80 years old and then start pay back student loan money and then go to school for in their 20s.
It ain't no joke.
It's not. But listen, you know, that's just one off. So if you come in and listen, if you even if you have a good job, we know people with good job and then still they live from hand to mouth.
Because all of the traps.
Because all the traps. I'm telling you.
Living above your means.
All the traps.
All of these things.
So you're in debt, you're also in debt, you're carrying debt, you're in a credit card debt. So you're making good money.
Making good money, but you come like you're not making nothing.
You're making 6 figures over $100,000 a year. But guess what? When you still live hand to mouth because all of the trap them catch you. And you have your family, them look on you and say, but you have your big worker for him, blah, blah, blah.
But we don't know. The pass, that's a good point now to segue into the last point.
Let me segue into the last point. That's true.
The last one.
That is the one we are going. Make
that is now. No, this is the icing on the cake.
Icing on the cake.
This is the nail in your coffin now.
Like we do it.
That they want to go sink you perfectly.
For real. Let's see. Let's go. Here we go.
Now, the final one is the African responsibility trap.
Amen.
If you're watching me, there's over 700 people online. Hit the like button, please. Smash that like button. Smash the like button. Please smash that like button. You can watch me. 700 people online. Come on, man. I don't look fresh. I'll leave. Let me see what that person said. I'll leave. Take care of your, loved ones, or don't show love to your people. But the emotional blackmail and mental conditioning, you are here in the West. You can barely stay afloat.
Barely.
Financially.
Barely.
You're neck deep in debt. And on
struggling.
a monthly basis, you are shelling out a truckload of money. I've read emails from people that watch my channel and say, "Oh, Phankleen, on a monthly basis, I've got to give money to my mom and dad, even though they're getting their pensions back home. They live in their house that they built for years, and I've got to give money to my two younger brothers as well. And then my younger brother has a baby mama. I'm having to send his baby mama's son to school." The question is, why? Like, why? And the guy told me via email that, "Phankleen, I'm not lying to you. I can barely save £200 here in the West."
Yo, that, because me hear people say like, yo, if somebody are foreign send them $50, they don't want it.
I'm telling you. Got $50 no money.
And I've had, because I work in the tourism field, I mean, hear fellow Jamaicans talk about foreign and foreign money, and people if me have a woman a foreign, if you send them money, and I'm like, yo, do you understand sometimes what it takes for a person even send you $50? You understand? And no, yeah, some people who every month they have to, because them parents who were born out them blackmail them like, "Oh, me raise you," or me when take out the money, because some people got foreign to buy a ticket, somebody might lend them a money or whatever. And me lend you the money, you got foreign members say, and it's about emotional blackmail, so you feel like you're obligated to give these people money.
Yep.
Family members, your sister, your mother, your whoever. So they sit down and wait for you to go work the money and take care of them a foreign Jamaica. Or wherever you're there. So them they might even not work, Some of them are married people, their husband and wife and kids. All of that shit, are you happy still at work and take care of yourself with all of the issues where they are foreign. Plus I take care of them.
And here's the other part. Sometimes I'll talk for myself in a putting in this, wherein you're like, for a lot of years, wherein you just can't, and you feel so bad. You feel so horrible because you're like, it's not like you don't want to help. You really do want to help. But when you barely tread water, when you're barely tread water, and it's like you feel awful because you're like, man, I want to help my family, but at this point, I can't. But hear what? Let me tell you.
Who had the legacy of saying you can't and didn't? Some people, they can't because the people might call them and tell them so and right? They go blackmail them emotionally. Make the guilt trip and shit.
And yes, let's talk about the guilt trip part. I know people who, what they do is, they have something here called payday loan. Whenever you hear about payday loan. Yeah, payday loan. And they go to the payday loan place. The payday loan place charge you 200%. So then worse than credit card company. So if you take $1,000 from them, if you pay them back, you probably have to give them back $1,500. So it's like, yes, you take the money so that you can send it to your family, but now you owe these loan sharks Remember, you know, if you went having money in the first place, you wouldn't have to go borrow it, you know. So therefore, the fact said, now you just dig yourself in a one deeper hole because now you're not only now you owe the $1,000 plus some, and so enough time to the other thing I know from being talking to friends and stuff, being here, the hurtfulest thing when you're there foreign. And all your people them ever call you for is when they want something. No, that are one of the hurtfulest thing.
And it's never how you do it. Are you okay?
I have friends and people. Right? And they say, no, you're all right. Mind you, they're not even if they call you and say, all right, all things. Well, you know, say me head hurt me, and me need to go to hospital, and me need some money. And you're thinking like, so that's why you call me? No other time they not call you. No other time they not text you. No other time they not see, hey, how are you doing? You're there foreign, you're a struggle. You can barely make ends meet. Nobody knows your struggles. Nobody knows your struggles. And they don't care. The only thing they care about is I am in need right now, and I can call Mary Jane and ask, and hear the other part of it. Oh, sometimes it's just so wicked. Then we call Mary Jane, then call Tom, then call Harry,
everybody,
and then call Sue. So if you have 4 people, and then 4 people they send you $100, how much money you end up with?
Depending upon exchange, you,
right?
You just make a food.
You just eat a food. Mind you, you don't know if those people, if all or even 1 out of the 4, they struggle and are out of them measly nothing, or they go borrow money from somebody or someplace, or no pay one bill now, just to send you the money because you go give them story, or your foot broke, you have cancer, that type of shit. And you know the other hurtful thing? When they are clearly lying.
Oh, wait, you know? All right. Again, you talk of experience. People may know they are foreign right now. Because I'm bridging in their foreign recently. And people never used to talk to him. Family members were not deal with him when he there Jamaica. All of a sudden, he boss are foreign now, you know. They make my number. They will text it on Facebook. How are you? How are you doing? Me say they are foreign. I choose say they are foreign. Then again, so that's the first text. Make a note. All right, confirm. So you did it. Is it a couple weeks later? Or a couple days? Or a couple later? Boy, you know, say. Maybe my mother pregnant.
Boy,
and she's
say.
You can't give me money to buy some baby. And that's a true story, by the way.
Yeah. Boy,
that's a true story.
Like me tell you, say, you must go get, like, here what? Here's my thing. How did your problem become our problem? That is the thing on me think. Me say, wait a minute, what you are coming with your problem for? How did your problem become our problem when me never help you make your problem?
The worst possible blackmail is this. Is when you have a parent, and this again, I'm talking from experience. People, you have a parent who never supported you, never encouraged you. Basically, write you off, as the people say, write you off. You're making a foreign now. Now you're in the quote unquote land where money does grow up on tree and does grow that ground and you just pick up money off a ground.
Yep.
All of a sudden, they're now proud of you. All of a sudden,
like
son and daughter, I need
what
this
happened
because
to
I have this issue or I have this problem.
That's what happened to Dalton Harris, right? That guy who won that music thing in UK, Dalton Harris.
Yeah. Exactly. That was a public case where him and him people them are no good graces, but all of a sudden we know all of a sudden they own you up and oh yeah, my son, and oh yeah, me this, oh yeah, my cousin. You understand? So if your father come to you now, or your mother come to you now and be like, oh yeah, me have all these problems, you know, my great wonderful child that I love so much. Can you help me? Not even a good man. Not even how you do. They don't business. All of a sudden, you are now able to help.
Give them a Bible first. Depart from me, I know you not.
But that's what we tell them for real. Because I said they are Jamaican, they right here, they not deal with you. And this is not your culture, you want to parents, they not deal with you.
Give them Jesus.
And all of a sudden now, you're the best baby they ever have. You're the greatest son and daughter they ever have.
Hear what me I say. Like Phankleen say, we not tell people say don't support the people them, We not tell people that. But hear what me I say. Me I say, to me,
don't sacrifice.
This is one of the greatest advice somebody ever give me. I remember this ever. I live by this. You see, anything where you can, if you lend it, send it, or whatever. If you can't afford to lose the money there, wherein say it not gonna cost you to ball and put your hand on your head, and you have to go beg somebody else or put yourself in a debt, don't do it. Because guess what? It clearly means you cannot afford to do it. Because you know what I talk about in I play when they say you have to put the oxygen mask on yourself first before you can help other people. I feel like when you come from a poor family, you have to adopt that principle when it comes to finances. Because if you don't fear a while, and it might take you 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 years.
10 years.
But for a while, you have to just, Jamaican, I say, burn your belly. You have to burn your belly. And sometimes, or more often than not, you have to say no. Right? So that you can get to a place of financial stability. So when you do say yes, or when you're in the position where you can say yes, it's not a yes that comes with baggage and burden and stress.
As you have saying in Jamaica, say you give your ass and shit to your ribs.
Yes, you cannot do that because it's like you financially are go down and your family are go down. Who is going to be the one to change the generational history of your family? Somebody has to do it. And you can't do it, you can't, like, it's almost like you have a bucket and you throw water in there, but you have a hole in a bucket. You're not going to get nowhere. And all the stuff that the guy talked about, make we go back over them again. Number 1, financial illiteracy. First thing.
Life decision.
Number 2, when you can't acclimate to the system because of the language.
No, that's number 3.
Oh, number 2 is
keeping up with the Joneses or social
keeping up with the Jones. Yes. So financial illiterate, when you're financially illiterate, when you're trying to keep up with the Joneses, when number 3, you cannot acclimate to the system, right? So you have to be working minimum wage jobs. And then you have the religious trap where every money you make up, you're throwing an offering plate.
Or you choose religion to fix certain problems you can't fix yourself.
Right, versus finding a lawyer, a doctor, or somebody you need. Then the 5th one is the tax trap, meaning say all these bills
we have to pay.
These bills you cannot avoid them. All these bills that you have to pay when you get here, and when you're barely making enough. Just you can where you put in a credit card debt is one of the worst things. Listen, you have people that foreign ask them how much credit card debt they in, and enough of them probably won't be ashamed to tell you. They're in so much credit card debt. So much. So everything what they work is going out. Right? And that on top of your rent, your light bill, your car payment for $500, $600, $700. Ask your family member them about it. If you think I lie, me I tell. Ask them. Then the last one is the black tax. When your family member them is like a leech, and every turn you not only family members, friends too. They're leeches. And every turn
you take care of them.
Are you them turn to if you take care of them? And mind you, and let me add one. Where him never add. I'm gonna add this. Let me tell the people something. You must stop do them something. Yeah. You see, when people work their hard, earn money, and send it come to Jamaica for build their house.
Hey.
You must stop thief people. You don't understand, and you don't know how people sacrifice. And some of them barely live somewhere. Worse if you work minimum wage job.
Comfortable.
Yeah? Yeah, live by your tap and a catch. Live in a some roach infested place.
We hear about that.
Roach. Roach coming like say you want him a parent in there because it's so brazen. I mean one roach, two roach. I mean roaches.
Many roaches. Many roaches like water, Elsha.
Because you cannot afford to live in a no better place than that. You have to live in a roach because of that. The cheap apartment them where you can live in the cheap. So you can make your, roach. Hey, a rat. And then so you do that, because you try to minimize your spending so you can send your money to Jamaica. Because you feel say your mother is a honest person, your father is an honest person, your sister, your brother,
your sister, whoever.
Eh? And then when you reach Jamaica, no house.
Everybody, you just come see some foundation and some black.
Yeah? Are you have the people them who are working on your house? And because of foreign money, the work costs $2 and they will cost you, and they will charge you 10. When you must stop doing something there, honestly.
People are work hard. And if you follow the list go down, you realize everything leads back to number one. Because if you had proper financial literacy, made better life decision, you would know one, keep up with no Joneses, you're going to live within your means, because that is a proper financial decision. You're going to afford what you need to afford. Two, you know, all right, I'm going to need to learn certain skills so I can get a certain type of job. So if it means I have to change how I talk, or me deal with conflict, whatever, me go do that.
Here one.
The fourth one,
let me add on to the one where you just said. If you even come in a system and let's say you don't have college, them something there, you look for what skill you can go learn. I want a little skill place. So because Lewa, you have some people who are welders.
Construction, yeah. Make crazy money. Remember when we made the hotel, I talked to this guy that was on vacation. He was a landscaper.
Yeah.
He worked 6 months out of a year. But for the 6 months, he makes some crazy money.
But there are things that you can do that is physical labor work, but it's just that you have to have the knowledge and know how to, what you need in order to get there.
Mm-hmm.
Go on talk. Sorry for cutting.
So the point I'm trying to make, if you secure number one, you will basically alleviate the rest of the problem then. Because even going to the black tax, you're going to know, say, yo, I am not in this financial position to tell you yes. So I'm going to look for you and say, yo, mom, me hear you say,
but this is a no.
Right now, me can't do this now. Like, me can't do this right now because I have this for me I need to do. So give me a couple months or give me this or that. Emergencies are different. But so you won't fall into these traps that goes down. So if you follow the list, you realize literally if you start on one and you go right down, so by the time you reach number 6, you're 6 feet under, literally dead. You is dead. If all of these things apply to you, by number 6, you is dead.
Dead in the water. So you're there foreign fee all your life. You become
10 years.
You're there all your life. No. And literally, when you die, and your legacy is you die, we left a whole bunch of debt. That's it. And we have lots of people like that. Lots of people. And are you at the end of your ages here, and you're here, and you don't even have retirement? Yeah. You don't even have. You work so hard in the school, in the sun, and you don't have retirement, and you draw a little bit of 2 points off of Social Security.
You don't know. I mean, in Jamaica, you talk about that sun and cold. In Jamaica, rainfall too hard. They can call the boss and tell him to rain.
I'm not coming to work.
You're not coming to work. When snow, you better get snow tires, my friend.
It's true.
I drive on the ice.
You know how many Jamaicans are here working like 2-3 jobs?
No joking.
Nothing that easy. It just me just want people understand America is and living abroad is not all bad, you know. But me just want understand understand the reality.
Make you to understand the reality. It's not the man saying in video. It's not that I'm saying that.
And what people, where real people are got you when them drop a foreign, Canada, UK, and them. So sometimes take time with the people them and not pressure them too hard. May I tell you? And then here's the other thing with the other side of it. Sometimes foreign people need to stop show off.
Exactly.
And
stop people
like say, don't
tell the people them say, bossy, me work here so, me have this ability to pay. No. Me can't afford.
You know what I mean? Exactly.
Yes,
me can't pay my rent. So
me can't pay my rent. If you send your penny to school or pay my rent, listen, me need to pay my rent. So as much as me love my little niece, you have to go you tell the teacher you owe him.
Yeah.
You can't owe the teacher. Me can't owe my landlord. Yes, sir?
Yeah. Or even when you go to Jamaica on vacation.
Don't splurge.
If you have if you splurge,
splurge. That's different.
If
but don't splurge on a credit, brother. Some people splurge on credit.
Yeah. And then your credit card will come back. I know you have a big, thick credit card bill. It's foolish. Stop it. Or you have to go down and pay the loan place. Borrow money.
You know what that does?
To go show off.
You know what that does? But you know what that does? It feeds right into number one as well. Because you create that false image, and the person that will be in Jamaica and left go foreign will think that foreign is this great, nice, fun money does a run place. And when they go over there, they end up getting caught in the same trap. Yep. They get caught in the same trap. Because you are not honest with them. Yep. Make them realize, yo, these are the reality. So these are the skills we need to learn and so you have to be disciplined, all of that shit. So when you come here, you understand you can make it.
We can talk on and on and on about this. This probably have to be a 2-part thing. So we probably have to go put in a part 1 and part 2. So
yeah, we go do that. We go do that.
Last thing I would have said, the last advice. May say, if you are a person that your family them are file for you and you're going to come to America, I would encourage you to have a candid conversation with your relatives when it comes to what am I walking into? What is my rent gonna be like? Don't assume anything. Don't assume that you get here and they're gonna just take care of you. They might pay your first month's rent. They might pay. Listen, you come here literally and then put you in an apartment and then them say, oh, by the way, on the first, you need to pay your rent. And you're looking like, what? I barely have a job. Like what? In fact, where do I even go to pay the rent? Oh, you need to pay your utility bill. You mean your light and your water? You know what I mean? Like you need to have a clear understanding of what is it that you're walking into and what they're expecting of you. Okay, I'm come live video. How soon you want me to get a job? I'm telling you. Also,
and the type of jobs are available
in your area. In your area. No, go on the internet and start search even before the plane land. No, I'm serious. Here's the other thing I would encourage you to do. Go on YouTube. There's so many videos on YouTube. Learn about credit. Learn about the credit system. Learn all the necessary things you need to do in order to build your credit. Because once you touch a foreign, credit run the world. And if you don't have a good enough credit score, your life, you are going to be financially poor. Because your credit score run everything. Your credit score run, to get an apartment, they look at your credit history. And if you don't have none, then you have to need somebody to sign for you. And if you don't have somebody to sign for you, God dang na me supper. You go live in some place where have the rat and the roach them. And even them place there, look, check your credit. And even some of them place, they report to the credit bureau. So if you don't pay rent, learn about the system you're going to come into, learn about credit, so that you can, from the gate, have a good credit score. You are going to be ahead of the game. I promise you. That's all the advice I have to give.
Yeah, pretty much.
So again, I know this is a long one, but I feel it was necessary. Share, comment, subscribe. Please join the exchange. Yes, and if you know somebody that's gonna be traveling or migrating, please send them this video. Send, share. And if you are here and you need to put your experience in the comment, tell us what your opinion is. If you're an immigrant and whether you live in the US or Canada or UK or whatever, put your comments below. We love to absolutely hear from you. But anyways, guys, until the next video, have a wonderful, wonderful day. This is Trina and signing out. Until next time. Peace out. You are your cat.